welcome back to second chapter. Welcome back to Zeiss. We're helping out here now. We got a couple bracer jobs to take care of. Then we should go check in at Elmo, see what help they need. Now, fortunately, one of our quest monsters is right outside the city gate. Bunch of blade cougars, so let's clean them up. Eat an evil eye. Oh no, Zen. Still. Let's bring this in with the hurricane. Get the other 4. Alright, Zen, use a Alright, Zen, use a Kyria bomb on yourself. Let's see, I put a ZFG on Shara. These guys have any particular resistances or weaknesses? Doesn't seem like they do. Has a greedy nature, aim for the vitals. Hopefully they don't resist arts in any particular manner. Use Grand Stream. Let's see here. God, they're pretty thick. Still, I'm gonna use another comet, or rather hurricane here. I was hoping to get 4. Looks like I gotta settle for 3. Going after Joshua and Estelle. Estelle's holding strong though. That D though. Alright, Shara, you wanna just do it again? What's the strongest one here? 24, 23, 367. Chew. Just 1. Goodbye. Exterminate the monsters. I did get a blind 2 quartz out of that. So there's also one on the Trat Plains Road. Now, unfortunately, I kind of screwed up and forgot the fact that in order to do the quote-unquote hidden quest where we help people out at Elmo, we're going to need Tita with us. So I'm gonna have to come back to Zeiss. But for now, that's okay. We have to go in this direction anyway. Turns out I was wrong about something. Go figure. But the thing I was wrong about is that there is a Gambler Jack in the Zeiss region. And I was also wrong about the liberal news. There will be an issue in this chapter, but it won't be for a little while. I was half right and half wrong about it. Let's see here. Didn't we see... We saw something pertaining to this area, I think. It must be above us somewhere in this plane. Here we go. Kind of hard to miss. It's these guys. Phew, we managed to land safely. Of all places in Libl to land, of course. We end up in the middle of the Trat Plains. Doubt the rescue team will find us anytime soon. Our controls stopped responding en route to Zeiss. We barely managed to land without incident here on the plains. From what we can tell, all orbital devices have stopped working. I wonder what happened. See, you guys say anything else? Can we not help them out? I guess not. Alright, so let's go. Well, as much as I don't want to do this, we should probably head over to Carnelia Tower. And I will kill whatever is atop there. So give me 1 moment. Alright, another one of these guys. Let's see if I can get the preemptive attack again. Nope, that didn't count. I was too far inside of him. Oh, you know what I like? See how the tower has the damaged pillars? That's from the fight that Walter and Zen had. They keep that detail. Very, very good. Good job, Falcom. Alright, so what do we want to start off here with? Well, I could just pop Joshua on this next AT bonus. Let's do that. Oh. I thought the game crashed. I was like, uh-oh. So how about a comet? It seems pretty lined up for that. You bastards. Didn't these guys not like me using arts on them? I can't remember. I'm gonna waste a turn and find out again. Managed to only hit one of them. They are doing a good deal of damage. Can I hard break these guys? Sure can. Let's see. 617, 6639. Alright, Zen. Resist, huh? That's one. Still. Oh, right. I forgot. How did I forget? It's only been one video. It's not like it's a different day. That was an hour ago. Thunder God kick. Ooh, that did a lot. Hey, you missed. We should be able to finish with normals. Zen. There we go.
Savor the victory. We are...
Power orb. It's another very good accessory. Ooh boy, we took a beating there. Whoops. Alright, so I'll get us back down onto the Trad Plains and we'll continue exploring. Here's our other monster. He's on the way to Wolf Fort. Took me a while to find this guy. Bunch of guys. Holy crap. I wasn't quite expecting a party like this. Alright, let's build Joshua's CP up. Ooh, I already see that crit on the board. Alright, Zen, you want to go with another Thunder God kick? Oh no, there's no one else in range. Just hit you then. Still. Hurricane. Love that hurricane. Alright, do you guys have a particular weakness? You don't like wind, but you love earth. Don't use earth. I have just a thing for you. It's called Grand Stream. Earthshaker. Alright, hopefully Joshua gets hit enough to where I can use him on one of those crit bonuses. 98. Come on. One more. Boom. It didn't do a whole lot. Hold on, Shara. Damn it. Knocked her out. These guys are tough. I mean, wow. Everyone but Estelle, huh? Everyone but Estelle. Alright. Now's a good time to use a Zerum capsule. Shara, get up. Well, let's see what happens here. God, these guys play dirty. This is annoying. Alright, we'll use another one. Just use it on Joshua. And then I can just immediately S-break with him. They don't want to play fair. I'm not going to play fair either. Alright, Craft. True Comet. In it, Joshua. I don't remember that fight being that difficult. I guess you really gotta know what they're gonna do. I have a feeling that's one of those where you probably die once. Hopefully you save in front of it. You could always auto-save, back it up though. But die once, think of a strategy, and then execute it. I came in without one, so things went a little ugly there. Healing. Let's use Zerum powders. It's kind of a waste, but I'll probably pick up more of them if I like bother to pick up items in the final dungeon areas. Okay, I went back to Zeiss and I grabbed Agate and Tita, which means we are now prepared to do whatever it is we need to do over in Elmo. We heard that their hot spring is once again on the fritz. That's obviously because there's no orbital power. So let's see if we can't help out. Luckily, there are armies here. They're helping the people. Hi, Mrs. Bell. Hello. Ah, Estelle and Tita. Thank you for coming. Oh, over there. Is that... it's been a while, ma'am. I thought I knew that face. So it is Joshua. Seems like ages since I saw you all together like this. Sorry to say the baths are out of commission right now, but please take a load off. Our delicious food is still available after all. I talked to her again. Mrs. Mal, is there anything we could help with? Well, we've got soldiers patrolling regularly, so it's not too dangerous here. If anything, I guess I'd ask you if you could make it so we could fill the baths, but, well, no point in asking that, really. But since we're here, why don't we have a look? I feel like we might be able to offer a bracer-like solution. Estelle. Oh, what would that be? Well, first, I'd like to borrow the pump shed key. Sure, that's fine, but... Tita, since we're here, why don't we check out the pump? We might come up with something. Okay, sure. So that's your plan. Guess there's no helping it. That's settled then. Let's go to the pump shed. Alright, don't know what we're gonna do without orbital power. Was it this one? No, it's up here and around the corner, right? Here we go. Yeah, it's totally stopped. It's an old device, but it's still orbital driven. It's affected by the orbital shutdown phenomenon just like everything else. But the pump's ultimately just to deliver hot water from the spring there, right? I feel like there might be something we can do. Can't solve this one just by using a bucket. We've got to find some way to make this device work. Oh, could we use the zero field generator on the pump? Doubtful. According to the professor, they're limited to orbits no bigger than the ones you can carry in both hands. Guess not then. Tita, what is it? Yeah. So this would go like this. Tita? Oh man, she's got that look in her eye again. Well, unlike recent stuff, it doesn't have a very complex orbital mechanism. So all I need is to take this thing here, then connect it to that thing over here. Oh, and don't you worry, I'll put things right back the way they were after the orbital shutdown phenomenon. Yeah, this should do it. I think I might actually be able to get the pump working. What? You're not going to use a zero field generator, are you? No. You remember, right, Joshua? The combustion engine. Ah, the combustion engine. You mean that one we used on the workshop device before? Yep. Unlike the workshop equipment, the pump device doesn't have a very complex mechanism. If we can make the combustion engine drive the parts the orbit was working, it should work as is. I see. I hadn't considered that. So, where can we find this combustion engine? I think it was stored at the landing port. We should be able to find out if we ask the maintenance chief. Maintenance Chief Gustav at the landing port, huh? That reminds me, won't we need fuel to drive the combustion engine? Gasoline, right. Like before, we should ask down below at the central factory. Yes, the old caveman technology known as combustion. However those work. Engines. Gasoline. What foreign substances? Freaking trails, man. Alright, so let's get back to Zeiss. Probably gotta... I guess we're gonna go straight to Gustav, right? Let me go find him. There he is. What's up, Gustav? Oh, hey, this is the gang. Hey, Gustav, it's been a while. Hope you've been doing well. Oh, it's Joshua. Haven't seen you in a long time. Well, a lot happened. Anyway, it seems like things are pretty tough here even now, huh? It seems like there was some kind of trouble. When the shutdown first hit, yeah, it was real rough. Well, the city's finally calmed down now. I see. For now, at least, it seems things are in hand. Yeah, somehow. Putting that aside, I'm guessing you need something? Yes, actually. Cell explained the situation to Maintenance Chief Gustav and asked him to lend him the combustion engine. I see. Good eye, yeah. It's not a machine good for much except power and simple stuff, so I wouldn't mind just giving it to you, but is there some problem? Well, you see, you got bad timing is all. We just lent it out to the Royal Army. We brought it in when we went out to swap the Arcel's engine. Oh, so it'd be at Lyson Fortress? Yeah, I'd imagine so. Sorry, but if you want to have it, do you mind asking them? It's kind of hard to just make a call in this situation, if you know what I mean. Yeah, got it. We'll make contact with Lyson Fortress on our side. Oh boy, good thing I've been cutting a lot of footage in this chapter, because it's a lot of running back and forth. Let me now make it over to Lyson Fortress. Well, here we are. Would you look at that? The shutdown happened just as that gate was closing, or maybe opening. Fantastic. You lot, you're bracers, right? Lyson Fortress is currently under emergency alert. Unless your business is critical, I'll have to ask you to leave. Excuse me, is General Bright in the fortress? Of course General Bright is here, but as a result of everything not working, the army's in chaos. The General's been working without rest, sending orders out to all regions via courier, rebuilding the chain of command. Even if you are bracers, I'm afraid I can't let you see him. Okay. Could you potentially make an exception this once? This is actually General Bright's daughter. Wait, really? You're Miss Estelle Bright? I've heard she was in the guild, but... Hells then. Of course you could come in. I'll show you right to the General's. No, it's okay, really. I wouldn't want to get in the way of his job if he's that busy. Still, I think buzzing the old man a little is okay, don't you? Dad has his way, I have mine. I'm sure that Dad doing well in his job will make mine easier, and I think if I do the same, his job will get easier too. So it's enough just knowing he's okay. Still, I see. Fair enough. We'll be going then. Please give our best to the General. Let him know we stopped by if you get a chance. Of course, I'll do what I can. I'll see if I catch him during mess or something. Thanks again. Oh, am I not supposed to be talking to this guy right now? Okay, thank God. I was like, was I supposed to talk to some other soldier who wasn't at the fortress? Estelle explained their situation and asked about the combustion engine. I'm not familiar with the device in question, but I can tell it must be something important. Wait here a moment. I'll go ask. Alright, I asked the quartermaster and there's a problem. It seems this combustion engine is not currently in the fortress walls. But that can't be right, Gustav said. Wait a moment, miss. I said it isn't in the fortress walls. We loaded it onto a patrol ship a short while ago for shipment back to the central factory. Unfortunately, all this happened not long after takeoff. The ship made an emergency landing somewhere on the trapped planes as a result. Oh crap. Time to go rescue an engine and a crew, sounds like. So we just need to talk to the guards on the patrol ship about it? I know it is a pain, but that's the size of it. As I said, we think the ship landed somewhere on the trapped planes. Good luck. This is what I was thinking of when we saw that landed ship. I had a feeling they were a part of some sort of quest, but I just couldn't remember where they fit in. It's this, we have to go talk to them about the engine. So now I need to go all the way back to Zeiss, and then make my way over to the trapped planes. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. Say, who are you lot? We're from the Bracer Guild, sir. Estelle team explained the situation and asked about the combustion engine. I see, I totally forgotten about it in the chaos. Yes, we have the engine in our cargo hold. Reno, give me a hand. Yes, sir. I like how they were like backing up as if they were carrying it together even though it doesn't exist and you can't see it. Sorry to keep you waiting. Received combustion engine. Let's just carry this around in our back pocket. You've got it. Sorry to trouble you. Not at all. I'm sorry we bothered picking it up if things were going to end up like this. Still, all this to help get a hot spring working in a situation like this. Racers seem to have different priorities than we do. Forgive us. We know things are difficult right now. No, please don't misunderstand me. I wasn't being sarcastic. For a soldier, being unable to use your orbital weaponry is nerve-wracking. We're all struggling to figure out some other way to fight off our enemies. Meanwhile, you guys are moving around with all the confidence in the world. We could learn a thing or two from you. We're just doing what we think is right is all. We're sort of wandering around holding our butts right now too, to be honest. I think all any of us can do is just try and trip over the answer. True enough. At times like this, it's only right that we should be going the extra arge to keep the people at ease. Good luck restoring the hot springs, bracers. Thank you. You bet. Leave it to us. Okay, we've got the engine. Now we just need that gasoline. Central Factory may have a supply like before. Let's check there first. Good idea. Alright, let's get back to Zeiss. Let's check in with Rudy here. We did get the gasoline down here the first time we got it in first chapter. Rudy? Oh, hey guys. Need something? Yeah, actually. Estelle asked Rudy for some gasoline to repair the pump facility. Huh, that does sound rough. I go to Elmo's Hot Springs a lot, so I'd love to help out, but you've got bad timing. We don't have anything in stock right now. Oh. Well, this is a slight problem. Is there someone there? Ah, Chief Murdoch. Tita, and everyone else, too. I thought I heard voices from down here and wondered what could be going on. Did another case come up? I see, so that's it. I do remember ordering some gasoline from the Republic about a month ago. Really? 1 month? That's a long time for a delivery. It should be here by now, right? But sir, I haven't received anything like that. No, wait. I think when I ordered it said there was no rush, so it was going to be delivered by sea if I remember correctly. Sea delivery, huh? That'd mean they sent it on a regular ship, not an airship. Yes, exactly. In which case, it was probably delivered quite recently. Stands to reason it's probably stored somewhere in Ruan right now. Makes sense. Thanks to the orbital shutdown phenomenon, distribution has been paralyzed after all. So, we can get some if we go to the harbor in Ruan? Yes, that seems your best chance. One moment. Factory Chief Murdoch wrote a short letter on the spot and signed it. Give that letter of introduction to the harbor master of the Ruan port. I've asked him to give you the gasoline if they have any in. Thanks, Chief. Thank you. Sorry for all the trouble. Not at all. I may not go as much as the professor, but I visit the hot springs plenty nonetheless. As someone in charge of the Zeiss region, this is the least I can do. Alright, I need to get back to work. I've got a mountain of paperwork to get through. I see. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? If you fix the pump, maybe I'll take a little time off and go to the hot springs. Well then, if you'll excuse me. Alright, so... this quest is just the worst. So I need to go all the way back to Ruan now, which means I have to go through the Caldia tunnel, which means I have to use the night goggles, so excuse me one moment. Alright, I'm not quite sure who we're supposed to talk to, but got a feeling it's you. Yay, I'm right. May I have a moment? What is it? So explained the situation and showed Harg the letter from the factory chief. Gasoline? Yeah, we've got some. I was just about to send it to Zeiss when all this happened, so we're securing it in the warehouse. Great. Could we take it from here then? I don't mind, but there's a lot of it, you know? I really don't think you could carry all of it. Good point. For now, let's just carry whatever we can take. This enough? Yes, that should be enough to keep them for a while. This much shouldn't be a problem to haul. 3 gasoline tanks. That must be super heavy. Well, if you need anything else, come on by. Well, hopefully this whole mess will be sorted before that, though. Yeah, seriously. Sorry for the trouble. Now then, that's the fuel taken care of. Shall we go back to Elmo and upgrade the pump? Yep, I'm ready whenever. Now I have to walk all the way back to Elmo Village, which is an entire region away, and somehow I ended up in this stupid line. Let's just get over there. Okay, I've got the materials. Time to upgrade the pump. Yeah. Still though, are you sure you don't need help? I've prepared a diagram for the upgrades, so would you separate the parts like it says? Sure. That seems like something we can do. Fine, guess I'll help. Alright. Yep, it's finished. Alright. Good work, Tita. Same as always, you sure are good with this stuff. We don't know if it'll work or not yet. Let's test it right now. Jesus Christ. Whoa! Looks like the rotor and the pump started moving. Goodness, I didn't think you'd actually get the pump working. Thanks, I can hardly believe it. Now we can let people go in the baths as much as they please. Glad we could help. Well, it was about 90% thanks to Tita, though. That's not true at all. I could upgrade it because you went out and found what we needed to sell. Still, this time we really did end up going all over. This horrible shutdown phenomenon is seriously slowing us down. Very true. Technology ceasing to function deals severe damage to a society built on it. At this rate, the situation is only going to get worse. Joshua. Well, no need to be so pessimistic. Even with orbit stopped, we managed to get the pump working. People can do anything if they put their minds to it, don't you think? Still. Nicely said. Anyway, it's a job well done. You should go and take the first bath for yourself and relax from your journey. Oh, I know. Here's some special medicinal tea handed down in my family. You should drink it when you get out of the bath. It'll fix you right up. Nirvana tea. I wonder if that's the only way you get that. And so a sales group took a bath, dined on a feast of Eastern dishes, and let the maple leaf in behind them. Did that refill my CP? I think it did. Alright, let's go on back to Zeiss and check in with Kilika and the guild. I received word from the factory chief. Sounds like you're rather busy. Did something come up? Right, we should make a report. Yeah, so actually. So explained the details of the pump repair at Elmo. Ah, I see. Sounds like you've really been taking bracer work to heart. Yeah, I know it's kind of a small thing to worry about in an emergency like this, but I can't just abandon people in trouble. Well, that's the whole reasoning behind being a bracer. I think it was the right call. The second principle of the Bracer Guild Code is prioritizing civilian safety. Your line of thinking, therefore, was correct. You can keep your head high when you say what you've accomplished. Thanks. I feel a bit more confident hearing that from you, Kilika. That ends our report. Well then, I'll have your work assessed immediately. When you're ready to be paid, give me your report again in full. So just come in and report again to get paid? Yes, please. Just like this. Alright, so we're still at B+. That takes care of all of Zeiss's things, I believe. The two that were on the board, and only one hidden quest. So the next things we have to do will be in Grancel. But there is one other thing we need to do before leaving the region. And that is head on over to Wolf Fort. Alright, where's Pace? Need to find him. It's you, right? Yeah. My soldiers are concerned over the Struck Gate, but compared to Hawken Gate, this is paradise. I don't think there's anything to get so worked up about personally. Here, read a book or something and relax. Gamberjack Volume 13. I think that's the second to last one, at least in terms of numbers. We're still missing one in the middle. Books. Yeah, I'm still missing 11. That's okay though, I know where it is. But now that we've done that, let's look at that. Oh, check it out. The gate's actually open. Not that they'll let us through. Hey, that's Republican territory. Please don't do such careless things in an emergency like this. What do you have to say? Phew. I've been so on edge lately that I'm getting tired. Brahm, you're always slacking. Brahm's been yawning like crazy for a while now. However, today at least, I'm not letting him fall asleep. I don't want to be alone in a situation like this. Yeah, the front door's open. I also don't believe a goddamn word that they just said, because that's not Republican territory. Look how far the road goes. Look how far away we are from the border. That's bullshit. It's still like several miles that way or something. Alright, now we need to leave the Zeiss region. We're completely done here. So I'll take us, I have to go all the way back to Zeiss though to get on the different road. And eventually, right? Is that what I have to do? Yeah, I have to go over back to Zeiss and then start heading towards Sanctum Gate. Alright, let's cross over into the Grancel region. Now there shouldn't be too much to actually do in Grancel, whoops, at this moment. Because remember when we split up, hey, what's up, Gundalf? Oh, you ended up over here, huh? Hey, you all, you seem like you're doing bits of work here and there. Well, nothing wrong with going all out, but don't take on too much work. Came over here after we did the hot spring thing, I guess. Anyway, so when we split up, and it was Chloe, Kevin, was someone else with them? I can't remember. But yeah, they said that they would deliver one of the ZFGs to Elnon at the Grancel branch. So things should already be up and running in Grancel, but there are still a couple things to do over here. He might still have like one or two job that requires our help. But Grancel shouldn't be too much to tackle. If I had to guess, I think there's going to be a monster in the sewers again. I believe I remember being there being a third one. We already fought 2. Alright, let's check in. What's up, Elnon? Oh, Estelle, everyone, and Joshua. Welcome back. I'm glad you've returned safely. Hello, Elnon. I'm sorry if I worried you. No, hardly. I'm just glad to see you well. I hope you'll continue to be a valuable member of the guild. Sorry to cut in, Elnon, but how are things here in Grancel? Yes, well, the city's in chaos thanks to the sudden shutdown of all orbital devices. The local factory is snowed under in repair requests, as I understand it. However, Queen Alicia has made a proclamation. She has declared that the government is devoting every resource in investigating and reversing the shutdown phenomenon, and the citizens should try to continue their daily lives as best they can. It seems to have quelled the worst of the panic for now. Looks like Queen Alicia is on top of it as always. Yes, but that giant flying thing above Valeria Lake. The citizens are putting 2 and 2 together and saying it's the cause of the orbital problems. I see. That's not very surprising. The number of people staring at it in the harbor grows hourly. Beyond that, the only other major change is that the gate to Grancel Castle won't open, courtesy of the orbital suspension. Okay, things are calmer here than I thought they'd be, honestly. Yes, if the situation drags on, however, I don't think things will remain so placid. We need to restore communications across the country so that we can organize a solution as soon as possible. And so we need to restore the phones in each city. Meaning our mission is pretty critical. Let's get back to it then. All that's left is relent. Yeah, let's hurry. It's not an overstatement to say that the future of Libl may rest on your shoulders. Good luck, all of you. Yeah, there are 2 things to do here. Whoops. We have a monster in the sewers, one on the Herb Scenic route. Let me quickly call over our buddies. Yes, please call over, whoops, Shara and Zen. Did that count? I think so. Yeah, there they are. Cool. Let me just grab them. Keep switching it up. Shara, Zen. Right, and that unequipped Tita ZFG. So there are a couple things to do here. I want to head over onto the east block and head into the department store. One other thing I want to look at. Yep, they're here. A broken heart beads in the golden glow of dusk, the remnants of the dreams of the strong. Apparently Anton's heart was shattered once again in Relent. Seems like he intends to be a dramist or something now. Door's just wide open. Alright. I want to talk to you, I think. Shop. There's Libl News issue number 10. So they are printing them still, or maybe this was printed before the shutdown. Let's see what it says. I don't think I've read this one. A message from the editor-in-chief. As you are no doubt aware, all orbits are experiencing an abnormal loss of power. This phenomenon appears to be nationwide and is having a severe effect on both manufacturing and transport. Even our magazine has had significant difficulty reaching print. While this phenomenon is hindering our ability to distribute nationally, we will try to release in the capital at least. There you go. Additionally, information is difficult to confirm in these circumstances. We apologize for any inaccuracies. Breaking news: the kingdom under fire. Monsters swarm urban centers. According to the Royal Army, yesterday morning, unknown monsters began swarming around all major cities, save the capital. Army units engaged the fierce beasts, but thankfully things quieted by evening, and no major damage was reported. Crimson Soldier attacks guard posts. At roughly the same time as the monsters appeared, reports came in of Crimson Soldiers attacking guard posts across the nation. Defense forces prepared and alert for combat engaged the invaders. As far as we have been able to confirm, no guard posts have fallen. We also have unconfirmed reports of the Crimson Soldiers departing via airship. Just who are these red invaders? From their equipment to their armor and abilities, it is clear that the Crimson Soldiers are a highly organized and well-funded force. Their allegiance is a mystery, but the most viable theory suggests they are Jaegers, a foreign mercenary group. The reports of airships at their disposal, however, raise questions of more powerful backers given the limited production of such vessels. The Bracer Guild is currently investigating. Breaking news: mysterious object appears in the sky. Early dawn yesterday, an enormous flying object appeared over Valeria Lake in a flash of gold. The moment it appeared across the nation, orbital power seemed to cease immediately. While the two incidents are believed to be connected, at the moment that link remains pure conjecture. Breaking news: orbits remain inoperative. With the orbital shutdown phenomenon continuing, the government has called for citizens to prepare replacements. Lamps and candles are recommended for light, while wood stoves and solid fuel for heat can work as well. The abnormality is not mechanical in nature, so repair is not possible. The situation may drag on, so citizens should prepare accordingly. Breaking news: activity at the ancient ruins. While defense forces were engaged in skirmishes all across the country, the ancient ruins known as the Tetrasilic Towers were witnessed as having their roofs engulfed in what was described as a black sphere. The towers had previously shown signs of activity following the birthday celebration when they emitted a mysterious light. Researchers are taking notice, and the towers are under observation. I want to head over to the Libl news, but first, let's actually go to the History Museum. Just out of curiosity. I don't know if there's anything there, but I'm curious. I mean, we got a lot of ancient Zemurian stuff going on, so I'm curious to see if someone has interesting dialogue. Welcome. The Mystery Museum is open for free to all. At the behest of the Queen, we hope our service will help the citizens relax in some way. I came here thinking it might be at least a chance to clear my head. I hope everything goes back to normal soon. Ah, what a curious design. The Bobcat. Why is that up there? Why is it up there? But you, even without orbits, you can still look at ancient relics and imagine the past. Archaeology should be something doable even in the greatest trials. Ooh, this is a true man's romance. I'm not gonna get down over something like this. Oh, Jimmy. Never stop being you. Wow, so they used stuff like this in the past, huh? If orbital energy never returns, I guess we'll go back to the era when we use these. Anyone else interesting? Apparently the Queen mandated that attendance is free for this place. Seems to have cheered my children up. I bet we could use this without orbals. The fire? The torch thing? No, it doesn't look like there's anything interesting going on here. Something strange has happened to the towers in each region that we were researching. The top of the towers were engulfed in some strange blackness, and then went back to normal after a while. I wonder what that was. Actually, the orbital shutdown started when all of the tower's abnormalities had stopped. There's no particular damage to the History Museum. Even so, it doesn't change that it makes daily life hard. This event has made it very clear just how heavily we were relying on orbital energy. Darn, nothing. I was hoping someone would say something weird. Something out of the ordinary. Alright, let me stop over at the Libl news. I'm curious to hear if someone who works there might have insight on how it is that they managed to get power running there. Because you would think like, okay, so there's no orbital energy. How do they print news that's after that? So like, do they have like an old printing press that was invented prior to before the orbital revolution? Hey, unique cutscene. I haven't seen this. We also just popped into the left side of the screen. Orbital energy stopped, and it's not just light and heat that's a problem. Communication is difficult as well. However, I don't think a lot of you are the sort of journalists to be deterred by small stuff like that. Of course not. We have a job to do. Exactly. Many of the citizens now have no access to information and are trapped by anxiety and fear. This is exactly the time for us to provide accurate information and contribute to society. You ain't gotta tell me twice. It's exactly the reason us journalists exist. But Niall, it'll be hard to get an article without even orbital cameras working, you know? Dorothy is right. Most of our equipment doesn't work. However, to use that as a reason to abandon the duty of mass media is the utmost of unacceptable. Everyone, I don't care what you do. Do anything you can come up with to get our next edition out there. Hey, Niall? Niall! Oh, hey, Estelle. And Joshua. It's been quite a while, huh? It has indeed. You're as busy as always, Niall. Yeah, I told the editor the same thing, but something like this ain't gonna stop my pen. That's just how companies want it. But what do you plan on doing without being able to use orbments? Yeah, that's the problem. With things as they are, we can't even use Dorothy's camera. Well, I got some ideas though. After this, I'm gonna meet with Queen Alicia and have her listen to him. Sounds like you're working pretty hard. Kind of a relief. So, Joshua, I gotta admit, I want to interview you real bad. I'll put that off for now though. Still, you be ready for my pen. Go easy on me. Ah, Joshua! Hey, Dorothy. Been a while. You really came back. Good for you, Estelle. Yeah, I guess. I'd love to get a memorial shot, but my camera isn't working. It really messes with my groove. I guess your camera is pretty important to you, huh, Dorothy? Of course it is. It's my claim to fame, you know. I want to be able to take lots of pictures of that cute little floaty island soon. You're the same as always, Dorothy. Hey, you guys. I don't think of this situation as a threat at all. If anything, this is exactly what the true worth of the Libl news service will be tested. Anyone upstairs? No. I'm surprised no one's mentioning this. Maybe one of these other two will say something. I thought so during the coup d'etat, but being pushed in a corner only makes things more exciting, huh? Maybe I'll write up an article about simple recipes you can do even without orbments. All right, let's do this. Yeah, the editor-chief has it. All right, even if I have to write it by hand, we are putting out the Libl news. All right, repeat. What about you? Repeat. I've got a mountain of problems and things to do, but I can't afford to space out. For a journalist, the first thing to do is take action. The editor-in-chief seems really cool today. I can hardly believe he's the same guy people always call that old Sly Fox. What about you at the front desk? Seems like the editor-in-chief's got something to say to the staff. They're upstairs in the editorial room, all of them for once. No one says anything. I'm shocked. I wanted to hear something about, like, printing presses. Alright, so we got one in the sewers. It's on the east side, so I need to switch over. This thing's going to be kind of tough to find, isn't it? I'm probably going to have to pause and cheese it out, look at a map. Because I don't want to go wandering in the dark over there. Speaking of which, I don't think the sewers are technically dark, as in like the way the quality of tunnels are. And thinking about that now, that doesn't make sense. Why would there be lights? Oh, are there fires inside the sewers? There might be. Maybe there are torches along the wall and I just didn't notice before. Let's find out. Sure are. Huh, that is a good attention to detail. That explains that. So I'm just going to take us straight to our monster, because I'm going to have to look up where it is anyway. Here we go. Here it is. These guys are gross. Alright, Joshua. Ooh, I see that crit on the board. I'll save up for that. Just do a little bit of chip damage here. Let's see what they do. So it's going to be Shara's turn, but let's break with Joshua. Yeah, 200 plus crit. A lot of damage. Goodbye.
Seems you played up short.
Exterminated the monster. I also got 1 death. Is that a quartz? I think it is. Yeah. Kill enemy with 20% success. I haven't been using that, but I'll probably, I plan on rebuilding everyone's orbits when I get to, like, the very final chapter. And I have access to every playable character at that point. And when I do that, I'll rethink some things. Okay, before going to take care of the other monster, I'm curious to talk to some of the people here at the Erebonian embassy. You guys are... Oh, please, pass through. Oh, Olivier's not with us, but we can pass anyway? Yes, there's no problem. Given the situation, the ambassador would like as much information as he can get, it seems. I've been informed that if you bracers came by, you were to be let through. Oh, okay, well then. So, Private Bergen here, I have a question about him. Is he technically Libralian? He's wearing the Royal Army garb, but you would think that, like, isn't it practice, like, in real life, that embassies are guarded by, like, by people of, like, the nation they represent? Yo, check this out. I didn't notice this earlier. This must be, like, a painting or a photo of location in Erebonia. Huh. Now, granted, it's at the most tiny resolution imaginable, and this game was made 7 years before an Erebonian set game came out. But, maybe it could be depicting a location that's actually in the, Erebonian games. Maybe this could, too. Or it could just be nonsense. Actually, I've heard... And I don't know where they are because I wouldn't be able to recognize them because I don't know. But I've heard that sometimes in first chapter and second chapter that there are a lot of references to the previous Legend of Heroes trilogy. And that they are seen sometimes in like pictures and paintings and very subtle things. But I haven't played that trilogy, so I wouldn't know them if I would see them. You know that golden floating object? I've never seen or heard of anything like that before in my entire life. It's damn creepy, that much is for sure. So no Ollie, no Mueller. There was a strange order from Erebonia before the orbital shutdown occurred, from what I've been told. Just as the ambassador tried to inquire about it, communication suddenly stopped. What on earth could it mean? Hello, Ambassador Cranach. Oh, you lot. Good timing. What do you know about the current situation? Any details you could provide would be of great assistance. Well, this is certainly out of the blue. Far from it. Orbits malfunctioning on such a mass scale is utterly unheard of. I won't be able to keep regular contact with Erebonia at this rate. I can't even get any work done. It's unacceptable. I see. Pardon me, sir. Have you inquired with Grancel Castle yet? It's possible that Queen Alicia might be able to help you. Of course. I did that some time ago. Several times, in fact. I've yet to receive a response of any kind from Her Majesty. I think it's safe to assume that the palace is in just an unfortunate state, given the circumstances. Oh. If I could restore communications, I could handle the rest. We can't give him a ZFG, right? Of course not. We barely have enough as it is. He just has to deal with it for now. Haha, eat shit. I wish communications could be restored at least. Well, this wasn't very helpful. The only one who said something interesting was you. And he repeats it. Alright, let's actually head over to the Calvardian side. We'll see if Ambassador Cochrane has any useful insight either. Probably not. I was more interested in the Erebonian side for sure. But, you know, you never know. Yeah, they'll just let me in too. Oh, Zin, please go on through. Many thanks. Given the situation, I bet it's rough over at the embassy, huh? Yeah, Ambassador Cochrane's been running around all over the place trying to get a grasp on the situation. I was told she'd like to hear the story direct from you bracers, so I'm to let you through. Huh, alright. You can come read The Dull Night if you haven't read it. Since orbital lighting doesn't work, we're getting our light with lamps. Lamps are inconvenient and need care when handling, but there's something really heartwarming about them. It may be a bit inappropriate to be thinking that right now, though. How useless. Even Ambassador Cochrane seems quite tired. Her efforts to gather information have taken quite the toll on her sleep, apparently. Still just the dull night? Wouldn't it be crazy if like a new book showed up here? We didn't have ornaments when I was young, so I'm not really fussed that they're out right now. I understand why one would worry, since ornaments are so common nowadays, but perhaps now is exactly when I can be of aid to the ambassador. Let's see, guest rooms are up here. Oh, there are people here right now. Ah, Yakumo. Given that all communication from Libl is cut off, I imagine the Republic is in quite a tizzy. Eventually someone will send an investigation team to represent them. We need to gather as much information as we can before then, but... My husband is currently off at Grancel Castle. He apparently wants to inquire directly if there's any way to contact our home country. I think he'll just end up waiting pointlessly without an appointment, though. As always, he is missing the point. It's a lot of the word point. Anyone else? No one in here. Breathe in that Calvert air. Don't know a whole lot about Calvert. I mean, I know about as much as they've been willing to tell us in the first 14 years of the series. Hello, Ambassador Cochrane. Estelle, good timing. I will put this to you directly. Do you have any information about the situation? Given that the Royal Army seems to be acting quite calmly and confidently, I assume the situation was predicted. She's sharp. It seems I've let myself get a bit flustered by it all. I can guess Libl has its own circumstances. Even if you knew anything, you probably couldn't tell me everything. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Thinking about it, if our positions were reversed, I really can't complain. Ambassador Cochrane, let me just ask one thing then. Are we okay to just wait like this? What? She's asking if we can leave the situation in the Bracer Guild. To us, in other words, I think. Yes, of course. Right now the Bracer Guild and the Royal Army are putting their full force into investigating this. I'm sure we'll resolve this phenomenon and get things back to normal. Please do. No, that was weird. Just kind of trudging along against her chair there for a second. I was hoping for some like really lively conversation out of the embassies, but we only got like one guy who was like, "Hey, some weird stuff was going on before the shutdown occurred." So there is still one quest on the board. It is the Herb Scenic Route monster. I know where it is actually. It is directly in front of the villa. So let me get us there pronto. I think it's this guy. What an interesting looking monster. He's like a big cactus. He's got a bunch of friends. He's literally called Big Cactus and Lark Cactus. I love him. Oh, that's right. Joshua doesn't have CP. Alright then. Let's see here. Well, there's not much I can do in this situation. Boom. Alright, Zen, you want to use a Thunder God kick for us? Oh, that did a lot of damage. That did way more than I was expecting. These guys aren't very tough. They decrease our defense, though. Ah, so that's their strategy, huh? They do buffs and debuffs. How about a Sylphin Whip? Oh, they're a lot stronger now, huh? Maybe I should have used an art with Shara. Yeah, it makes them a lot stronger. Zen, get up there. And Estelle, whoops. I always go one too many. Thanks to the art menu not being available. Missed one. Oh my god, they are strong now. Right, do they have any particular weakness? A little bit more to fire and earth. do this. They're doing decent damage too. Alright, that helps. Unfortunately, Cher's the only one of us who can do arts at the moment. Okay, yeah, they're quite strong now. This time, I think I should be able to use a fire one. There we go. One of them held on. Boom.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Alright, I need to go back to Grancel and now report in. Alright, Elnan, take my jobs. Still a B+. And I think that does everything there is to do here in Grancel. So unlike some of the other regions, this one doesn't have like a big hidden side quest. Yeah, so the next thing we gotta do is head over to Relent. We'll do that next time. See you guys then.